Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Today is a special episode as we're joined by our new member, Gregory the Loxodon barbarian. Hi, Gregory.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. It's great to talk to you today.
Yeah. So we've got some interview questions here. Are you ready to start the interview?
Oh, I love interviews. I love talking to people. You know, I consider myself a man of the people.
Cool. All right, well, question 1 is, Gregory, you're a new addition to the Cran Box. What color would you be, and why?
Ho. Well, in my days fishing, I would always think about the beautiful colors of the ocean and the beautiful colors of the fish I would catch. It was mostly gray and silver because I was mostly catching tuna, but I always thought they had a beautiful sheen to them. So to answer your question, I guess I would be gray. I know that sounds boring, but I think there's some depth to it.
Depth? Yeah. What are your strengths, Gregory?
Well, I got these huge meaty arms. Those are some strengths right there. Got my giant fat. Well, I don't like to use the word fat because it's kind of derogatory, but it's like a cool phrasing of the word fat, like PHAT. So like my fat trunk legs, and then my actual trunk is also pretty muscular. I'm all around a pretty ripped guy. You gotta be a little strong to be a fisherman. You gotta be a lot strong to be a barbarian, which is my second profession.
Ah.
Or I guess my first profession.
Oh. All right. Well, on the flip side of that coin, what are your weaknesses?
Oh boy. Well, I would say one of my weaknesses is I'm a little bit too personable with people. Sometimes I'm a little bit trusting of others. Sometimes I, get myself into trouble for talking too much, which some people, don't like hearing me talk. I guess not everyone is doing an interview setting like you are, which I'm very grateful that you're doing, by the way. But I would say I can be long-winded and I can trust people. I'm also kind of scared of mice. I know that's sort of a stereotypical elephant thing, but it's a stereotype for a reason.
Oh.
I'm just scared they'll crawl up my nose and suffocate me, okay? That's a real fear.
That would be horrible. Oh.
Yeah, it would. So you can see how I would be scared of that. If you had nostrils the size of mice, you might be scared of mice too.
Yeah, I probably would be.
So I'm glad you understand.
Oh gosh, I'm thinking of mice in a whole new way.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm surprised humans aren't scared of worms. I'll just say that much.
Ew. Very ew. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. All right. Well, Gregory, where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up on the coast. Just kind of, my father was a fisherman, and he taught me how to fish. We had a little fishing organization going on. I had that taken from me by this rich guy who I do not like to mention the name of. It's kind of like this book I wrote where there's this wizard who you can't say the name of. It's one of my fan fictions. I don't know if that exists here, but it's just a name I don't like to say. He took away my livelihood. He privatized the coast that I lived on. So not only did I lose my business, but I also got kicked out of my damn home. So that wasn't great. Kind of drove me to be a barbarian. Like, no one really wants to be a barbarian. I mean, some people want to be a barbarian, but people like me don't want to be a barbarian unless we have to.
Oh, gosh. Well,
And like I said, I have these giant arms and legs, so like I'm kind of suited to it.
Right. Yeah. You just got to let that anger out sometimes in a constructive way to build your muscles. And yeah.
I agree. And if you saw the trees around where I live, you would agree too.
Yeah, elephants sometimes knock over trees just because they can. Yeah.
Well, I know about elephants, but loxodons do also. We're not the same, That's kind of offensive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
it's okay. It's okay. People make the mistake all the time. We do kind of look similar, so I understand.
The person interviewing you is basically a humanoid crocodile, so
So you get it. Oh, you totally get it. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, you're not a crocodile. You're not. You're bipedal.
Right.
It'd be like if I called humans monkeys.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's not all right.
No, quite different. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're much more civilized than alligators or elephants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, Gregory, why do you want to join the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild?
Well, like I said earlier, my livelihood was entirely destroyed by one greedy man. So I'm kind of strapped for cash and also for food. It's not just a cash thing. I also just have to survive. I don't consider myself a very greedy person. I don't think there are any greedy fishermen, except for that damn guy who stole up my land. But I would mostly say that I'm just in it for some extra cash, and if I meet some good people along the way, then that's great. I would like to meet some good people. I could tell them all my cool fishing stories.
Oh, well, there's plenty of people to meet here. This is a great place for you.
Well, that's just great.
Cool. All right. Gregory, if you were given a 1-minute advertisement time spot during our annual Nicomoy fighting tournament, sort of like a Super Bowl, if you would, the largest competition of the year with many viewers, what would you fill that 1-minute advertisement with?
Oh man, that's a hard one. I don't know. I mean, I can fill it with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I would just fill it with me talking about the time that I caught the biggest tuna I have ever seen in my life. Like, I'm telling you, it was like this big. And for those of you just listening to this, I am an elephant humanoid stretching my arms out. So that's like really big. It was so big. And I know tuna can get big, but this was like big for a tuna. And when I brought it in, everyone was like, wow, Gregory, you're so cool. We all love you. You are the coolest fisherman, and we love you. And I think I could whittle that story down to a good solid 5-minute block, as long as I get to include all the good details. I gave you the very abridged version, but if you want to talk about it more afterwards, I'm more than happy to.
I see. So many fishing tales to tell. Yeah, so little time.
That's most of my tales.
Cool. All right. Well, what do you like doing in your spare time? I guess we already know that, huh?
Well, I mean, fishing is my job. I like fishing, but I wouldn't say that I would just do it in my spare time. It's kind of like if you're a chef, you don't necessarily want to make yourself all your meals. Sometimes you just want to order pizza. I would say that I also like playing poker. It's a pretty fun game, and I lose a lot because I'm bad at lying, but I do enjoy playing it.
Well, fun. All right, yeah. Can you play poker while you're fishing?
I mean, you can play it if you're not catching anything, but once the fish starts tugging, you kind of have to abandon the game. So I guess you could play it with a lot of pauses. Or I guess just a couple pauses every once in a while. Fishing is a very slow sport / profession.
All right. Okay, we're halfway through.
All right.
Question 8. What things in life are still a mystery to you?
Oh man, where do I start? I mean, I still can't figure out what's on the other side of the ocean. Think about that all the time. It's like, what is that? All I see is a line. Like, does that mean there's more ocean? I've gone to the line before, but the line just keeps going. It's like, what's going on with that line? I don't know. Also, what are those things in the sky? Like, they say they're stars, but I don't know what a star is. Like, is it an explosion in the sky? If it's an explosion in the sky, Why is it there for so long? Explosions only last a little while. Are they bugs? If they're bugs, how are they so high up? Lots of questions about the Earth.
It's good to know that the line where the sea meets the sky is calling you. Yeah.
It calls me all the time. It mocks me, in fact.
Well, no one knows how far it goes. Right,
Yeah, I was going to respond with something like that, but you took the words out of my mouth.
Okay. Question 9. What is your annoying habit, Gregory?
Well, some people are annoyed by my fish stories. Others who have taste think they're cool, because I think an artist should be appreciated for their work, and I think my work, or at least my previous work, was art. I think barbarism can technically be art by some standards, but it's a little bit more tricky. Since a lot of it involves killing people.
Yes.
Yeah, and people are better. People are a little bit more valuable than fish, typically.
And less good in sushi.
Yeah, and then you get to, like, those fish people. I forget their name, but that gets more complicated.
Sushi question mark?
It's my question exactly. I don't get along very well with that race of fish people. I'll tell you that much. It just kind of weirds me out.
Okay. All right. Okay. Question 10. Do you speak any other languages?
I think so. I can't really remember. I believe I speak Infernal. It's been a long time since I took my Common as a second language, or Common as a first language, something else as a second language classes.
Yeah, I got a little bit of that Infernal in high school, but haven't used it recently.
Yeah. It's not very good. I can say, like, hello, where's the bathroom? Things like that in Infernal. Which isn't usually very useful, because a lot of the times where you would need to use Infernal, the bathroom is like a pile of sulfur. So, yeah, it hasn't been super useful to me.
I see. Well, it's always good to have studied something. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I took it in high school.
Yeah. Question 11. Where would you like to visit?
Oh, man. I would really like to just go on a long sea expedition one day. Find this line where the sky meets the sea, and, go past it. A lot of people say that there's other places on the other side of that, so that would be really cool. They probably don't even know about the kind of tuna we got over here, so I could enlighten all of them, and maybe make a few friends also.
I hear a rumor that there's a place where all the oceans meet and you can taste all of the kinds of fish.
Oh, well, take me there. My answer is that one.
It's hard to get to. You have to go through a grand line. Anyways, so...
Oh, darn.
Getting into the silly questions part of the interview.
Oh, were those not silly questions?
Well, this one's sillier. Gregory?
Oh, okay.
Do you like pickles?
So... Pickles have the same problem as mice with me, where I'm scared to suck them up my nose, so I kind of avoid pickles or anything pickle-sized.
Oh, right. You can be picking it up with the end of your nose and then, like, sneeze, and there's a pickle.
Yeah, but if it's, like, sliced pickles, it's fine. It's all, like, eat them on a burger.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But whole pickles, you're going to have to chop it up for me.
Okay, but you're not, like... opposed.
I'm not pickle phobic.
Got it.
No. The brine is all right for me.
Question 13. A penguin walks through that door right now wearing a sombrero. What does it say, and why is it here?
I mean, it probably just makes penguin sounds. I don't speak penguin, so I wouldn't be able to translate it. So I would tell you that it's probably making penguin sounds. And I would ask it where it got the top hat. It probably wouldn't respond. Then I might ask it in Infernal. If it's a cursed penguin, it might respond. If it's not, it probably wouldn't respond. If I had any druid friends around, I'd ask them. That's about all I can think of right now.
All right. Second to last question. Gregory, what would you like remembered about you?
Oh, I'm really struggling to not say that fish story again, but I'm going to resist. I would like to be remembered for being a just person who wasn't afraid to back down when the going gets tough. And I hope that in my adventures with fire-breathing kittens that I can prove that as a barbarian.
Who wasn't afraid to back down when the going got tough. All right.
Yeah, unless the going has a lot of mice, then I will be afraid, but I'll do my best.
And very last question. What is one message you would give to your fans?
Oh, well, I didn't know I had that many fans, but I guess my main message would be believe in yourself.
Oh, that's a nice message.
That's a Gregory guarantee. Sorry, I just came up with that on the spot. I don't know. Can I like make that my catchphrase? I don't know. I'll stew on it.
Yeah. Put it on t-shirts. Yeah, sure.
Oh, gosh.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Gregory.
You're very welcome. Thanks for asking me a bunch of questions about myself. This is like my love language.
Okay. And you'll hear Gregory in an upcoming adventure. Bye-bye.
Bye.